Hey YouTube, it's your girl. Don't let the smile fool you, coming at you. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've been busy with my family. You know, I really value family. It's really big, very important to me as well as you. But nowadays, not so much for everyone. And I'm gonna tell you why. The topic for me today, for you all today, that I'm gonna discuss is called homeless, and the homeless and the senior citizens, the forgotten people. Okay, what I mean by that is a lot of times people walk by a person that's in the street, laying down in the street. They looking dirty, shaggy, hair all over themselves, all over their head. Their hair long and shaggy and matted up, and I mean, they got a smell to them, and they got baggy clothes on, dirty clothes on, and it just look like they're just very unkept. Well, these people, we really don't know what happened, what happened when life beat them down. We really don't know what they went through, the struggles they went through to get there. So we shouldn't judge them. Like I said in my other videos, God is the only judge, and we shouldn't judge them. We should try to help them. Now, there are some people that are like that now, that are just done checked out of the checked out of life, don't want to pay bills or anything like that, and they got a check coming, but they just don't want to pay rent or anything like that. So they choose to live on the streets. And I mean, we can't fault them for that, but we can't judge them on that either. Another thing is, I mean, I've seen this in New York when I went to New York in November of 2017. People was actually laying on the side of the street like a bed. They actually made a bed, and they was laying down a cover. They had some kind of thing they made as a cover, and they laying on had it on their chest up to here like a bed. I mean, actually sleep, and they was sleep. You know, people go through a lot, and they check out. Their brain can't take it all, so they check out and live on the streets. It just seems to be easier for them. They feel like they don't have to pay no bills, they don't have to pay no rent. They don't have to worry about their clothes, paying, expenses, hygiene. They worry about their hygiene and anything. They just live off the street and then beg for help. I try to help people that have these homeless signs out. I try to help them. The Lord gives you discernment to know who to help and who not to help. And you never know who you could be helping. You never know. You may be entertaining an angel, and the Lord's testing you. So you never treat these people wrong. You never downgrade them, or look down at them just because you're doing well in your life, and you have a job, and you take care of your hygiene and everything, and you feel like you got it going on or whatever. You don't look at the other person that's in the streets and got the sign up like they not, nothing. You don't do that. God God put that in us not to do that, because we are a part of Him, and we shouldn't do that to people. Another thing is senior citizens. As we get older, we start to become more dependent on our children if we have offspring. But we seem to be more dependent on our children as we get older, up in age. And there's going to come a time where you're going to need your children to help you with a lot of things to get through life, until God calls you home. And you don't want to treat your parents bad, and, put them in a nursing home when you feel that they no longer can be taken care of, or you feel like you ain't got the time. Then get somebody that can actually come into their home and be there with them 24/7. Like, go in there, help them with their medicine and their meals, and help them with their errands, and make sure they stay in their home. Because once you take them out of their home, something they were used to, something they was comfortable in, they felt safe in, Once you take them out of that and put them in a facility that where these people, these are strangers, they're not family, they're strangers, and they don't care about them the way you do supposed to do as a family. They don't care about them, their well-being or anything. They just look at them as a check or a job, and they treat them horribly. These people are getting treated horribly. Society treats homeless people and senior citizens as outcasts to society, because society feels that these people are not a benefit to society. They're not benefiting society in any way, shape, or form. So society casts them out and looks at them as nothing, and that's not right. The Lord says to treat babies, elderly, and animals with care and respect. You don't do that. You don't cast them aside. You don't do that. If you are a child of God, you should be convicted in your heart when you treat an elderly wrong, when you try to swindle an elderly, when you beat on an elderly, when you cuss out an elderly, when you disrespect an elderly and not call them by their name and any other thing but the child of God, you are disrespecting that elderly and you are shortening your days. That may not be your parent, because the Lord says when you disrespect your parent, you shorten your days. But if you respecting the elderly, you show shortening your days, because that is God's. The elderly, the babies, the children, and animals. Those the Lord loves those. Those are like His heart. And why would you hurt God's heart? So what I'm trying to say is we need to embrace our senior citizens and try to be there for them. Whatever it is we can do, we can run an errand, we can go take them get their medicine, we can go take them and make sure that they have a good meal, we can go take them to the doctor's appointments, we can go and sit with them and talk to them. Elderly people have a lot of interesting stories because they've been here longer than us. So sitting down and talking to them, just because they're getting old don't mean they're stupid. They are very smart, and they are very wise. And listening to them is such an interesting story they have, and they just want to share it with somebody that is truly interested in listening, actively listening to what they got to say. People, this is something dear to my heart. Many of us are caregivers, and what I mean by that is that a lot of us have family members that are becoming ill or getting Alzheimer's, and just getting to where they can't take care of themselves. They can't remember things, and so they need extra help. I have two grandmothers. One is 91 and one is about 80 something. So the one that's 80 something, she has Alzheimer's and is deteriorating quicker than the 91-year-old. The 91 has Alzheimer's too, but it's not progressive like my grandmother that's 80 some years old. It's really hard when you have to see somebody that you love losing their memory. This is something that's very dear to me, and I'm you're getting the real me, okay? The honest to God, true, hardcore me. I'm serious. You guys, we need to be there for our elderly. We need to be there for our senior citizens. I mean, could you imagine that, losing your memory and not remembering your loved ones? Your granddaughter, your children, your friends, and you don't know nobody. You think they strangers. You don't know no better, because the disease is taking over your memory, and that's really sad. It's really sad. And it's sad when your grandmother don't even remember you. Your grandmother thinks you're a little lady that's in her house, and you're touching her stuff, and she wants you out when she take a shower. That hurts. My sister had to experience that. My baby sis, and I know she was hurt. Guys, we need to be there for our elderly. We really do. Our senior citizens, we really do. We really do. You know, they've been through a lot because they've been here before us. So we need to respect them, give them the highest respect as possible. Always Mr. and yes, ma'am, and Mrs. We and doctor and professor, we cannot disrespect our senior citizens and cast them aside. They have been a part of this society for a long time and put in their time. So we have to respect them and take care of them until the good Lord decides to bring them home to Him. You know, like I said, we're all getting old, and we don't want to be treated no different when we get old. So respect them, and you'll get treated the same way. The golden rule: do unto others that you want someone to do unto you. So, guys, you know a loved one, you know a senior citizen, you know somebody, maybe your neighbor or something like that. Go and take care of them. Make sure they're all right. Make sure they have a meal. Make sure they have like a task they need done, and ain't nobody did it. Ask them if they want you to do it. Spend some time with that elderly person. You never know, that elderly person, that senior citizen may have a family that just cast them aside. Haven't went to visit them in a few months or a few weeks or a year or something like that. And so the only human contact and communication they done had was with you, their neighbor. So be neighborly and find out if they want to talk, they want to get to know you, they want to trust in you, and because elderly senior citizens, they want to trust in you. They want to trust in somebody that wants to listen to them. They're not gonna. Their trust is not easily given. That's what we do need to understand. The elderly do not give out their trust easily. You have to earn that. So how you do that is by showing up and helping them and showing them that you care. Guys, this is something near and dear to my heart. Like I said before. I can go on and on, but I just want you guys to remember that the homeless and the senior citizens are the forgotten people because society cast them aside, and we shouldn't do that to them. So, guys, tell me your comments, your thoughts, suggestions on this subject. Let me know. Be blunt about it. And, guys, remember, love on our senior citizens, love on them, and help the homeless. They're out there. Life just beating them up. Don't just cast them out. Help them. You know, if you see somebody and they got a sign that says they work for food, go get some food. Go get some fast food real fast and take it to them. You know, you don't have to give them money. You don't have to give them cash or anything like that. You can, if you don't feel comfortable giving them money, then go get them some food and take it to them. Guys, it goes a long way. You never know how long that person's been out there. If you do this, your blessings will come. The Lord will shine upon you, I'm telling you. And He will bless you because He will be so happy that you did a random kindness of act, act of random kindness. Basically, just doing something out of the kindness of your heart. That's what I do. When I see them out there, I take them some food, or I give them whatever I have. I give it to them because those are forgotten people. So, guys, I hope you guys having a great day and enjoying this beautiful Sunday. I look forward to talking to you again, and I will be checking my comments and seeing what suggestions you have for me. Until then, don't let the smile fool you coming at you. Peace.